how to actually get clients on Instagram. Create a lead magnet. Now, what I mean by lead magnet, I got your approval. I'm glad I got that approval from you.
Nailed it.
And you could get people to join for some form of incentive, a newsletter, a guide, ultimately getting their email address. Email is currency on the web.
You're speaking my language. Because lead magnets are all about funneling, and I've been talking about funneling since day one. Funnels are a machine.
How to get clients on Instagram. And I went to one of the best that does it. You know the ins and outs of Instagram in regards to some of the best strategies and tips on how to do that. It's easy to post, the latest reel, the latest IG story, but how are we going to strategically use those things and actually go out there and bring an audience to become our customers? We got a few strategies and tips that we use ourselves, and we're going to give you guys a couple of ideas of how to actually do it yourself as small business owners.
Okay, so this is something a lot of business owners do that I don't advise against, but I say if you're trying to look for an audience, I wouldn't necessarily go this route. And I'll explain why after, but number one is, let's say if you're in the skincare industry, a lot of skincare industry owners or business people tend to follow a lot of other skincare industry owners and business people. Now, that's great. Support your people. Always. I'm here for that 100%. But when you're looking for an audience and you're looking for people to be your client, you want to kind of look more along the lines of people that would be interested in your services. And with that being said, you want to go, let's say if there's a mommy group, that type of audience. You go for like the mothers, you can go for teens, young teens, whatever it is, whoever you're catering to, you want to focus more on that. You don't necessarily want to drive your account towards other people in the same exact market as you, because you're gaining value from the education, but you're not exactly gaining customers that way.
That's a really great point, because what a lot of people do, especially when they first jump onto Instagram, is look for like-minded individuals and brands, and then they end up following them. It's wise to actually go ahead and look at the competition. I wouldn't necessarily say base your actions on what they're doing, but it's perfectly okay if you check out the competition and see what they're capable of doing. What do they do? Maybe try to mirror it in the same way. I'm not saying duplicate. I'm saying mirror it in a way that is your own style, your own flavor and personality. I think what you're saying is perfectly right, because you don't want to just follow 100 of your own competitors. Yeah, awesome.
I totally agree. There was one more that I was going to say, and it's knowing your niche. Yes, one thing is to get customers and to grow clientele, but if you don't know what niche market you're in, you're kind of hooped. And the reason why I say that is because niching down is so important. For instance, myself, I know my company is a marketing agency, we educate, etc. But when it comes to our niche, we work directly with the beauty and wellness industry. And so that's where we're kind of going towards. And so I always advise that, like, if you are in a large industry, kind of niche down where you are, because I think when people come across your page, they'll be able to understand who you are and they'll want to be more enticed by what you do that way, if it relates to them.
I think that's a very wise and strategic step to take. Fall back a little bit. I'm not saying unfollow them all, play it a little bit wise. And maybe instead of following 100, you follow maybe 10 of the best ones that you actually look for in a way like mentorship and learn a lot from them. One of my suggestions in regards to where to find clients, I love this song, so I'm going to use the title of the song. It goes down in the DM. And I mean, seriously, it goes down in the DMs. And what I mean by that is communication. When you're able to take public conversations from comments, maybe you went to somebody else's page, a competitor's page, and maybe you answered a question that somebody that was following them put on their post. You started it publicly, and then you take that conversation, you move it privately. And what you do is at that point is, you don't want to come off too salesy. You're immediately pushing the person off in a way. I can't stand it when people come off too salesy. So instead of selling a product, make sure you serve them a solution. Because every person that's looking for something, they have a problem. And if you could help present a solution to that problem, almost in a way, like, they won't even matter what the price is. If you could promise them something that it is actually going to work, they are going to listen more to you, instead of you just saying, well, listen, I got 10 different packages that you need to check out right away. You don't want to do that. Promise that you're able to actually present a solution to their problem instead of a product.
Well done. You nailed it. That's exactly it. Like, I'm not even joking. That was my next thing. You know, you always want to look at, everybody has some sort of a problem. And when it comes to business, when it comes to product sales, anything, you want to come at them. And this is a sales number one key factor to sales, is to provide a solution. What solution can you provide me? What solution can I provide you? What can we do?
Yeah.
That's number one. You nailed
That's
it.
business right there. Well, I'm glad you like that one.
Yeah.
Did you have any other ones that you wanted to mention?
Yeah. So, Facebook groups, guys. I know I'm bringing up Facebook because, you know, Instagram, Meta, all related. Facebook groups are huge. Now, if going back to what I was saying about following a lot of people in the same niche market as you, now, the thing about that is, instead of doing it on Instagram, go on Facebook and join groups that relate to your business. And the reason why I say that is because normally a lot of entrepreneurs that are in the same market as you, in Facebook groups, tend to share a lot of advice or things that they've ran into that they could tell you to prevent yourself from running into, or educational, you know, information or tips or really good strategies for sales. So Facebook groups are really good for that. But when it comes to also like picking up clients, joining opposite groups that are opposite from that, right? So
interesting perspective.
It works.
Interesting perspective. I haven't joined any Facebook groups just yet.
Oh, man,
I'm trying to focus on like 1 or 2 platforms at a time.
That's why I always advise Facebook, because you've got like thousands and thousands of people in groups. That's a great opportunity for you to source out new leads for your business. So
yeah, absolutely. My last tip for how to actually get clients on Instagram: create a lead magnet. Now, what I mean by lead magnet, I got your approval. I'm glad I got that approval from you.
Nailed it. Yeah.
It seems like we're on the same train of thought.
100%.
Lead magnets, I think, are very important. They come in different forms. You could actually create documents such as PDFs, where if you want to create a guide in regards to solving somebody's problem, if you want to give them something else for free, such as like maybe just a single post, which is a chart, detailed information that would also help them solve their problem. I think there's so many different actual ideas of what you could offer for free. Ultimately, getting their email address, because listen, email is currency on the web. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. If Instagram shuts down right now, it's bye-bye gone. Your followers are gone. You do not have control of your followers on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You are not in control of that. You, as a business owner, are 100% in control of your email list. And you could get people to join for some form of incentive, a newsletter, a guide. You can actually just transfer, give them a product or a service, and they would give you their email address, and you would be able to contact them directly. Don't trust on the Instagram algorithm to reach. If you have 1,000 followers, listen, if you put out a post on Instagram and you have 1,000 followers, it is not hitting 1,000 followers. You'll be lucky if you reach 100. That's just, it's 10%. But trust me, that's the numbers, unfortunately. It's just being real. But your email, as long as you don't land in the spam box, it's going to reach pretty much 100% of your audience. Even if it lands in the spam box, it goes to them. They had the opportunity to still see that email. I think that that's a really wise strategy for you guys to consider, lead magnets. You obviously agree with that. Do you have anything more you wanted to speak on?
I'm so with that. Yeah, I'm so with lead magnet. You're speaking my language. Because lead magnets are all about funneling, and I've been talking about funneling since day one. Building funnels are money. So if a lot of people are watching and don't know what a lead magnet is, think of it this way. When you go to your email box and somebody from a business of some sort or a coach of some sort sends you an email and says, hey, here's a free template. Here you can access it on my website, template for whatever it is. And then so you go to their website, you click on that template, all of a sudden, bam, you got the template, but then they're going to upsell you with like maybe another package or something that relates to the template. And then bam, they got you for that for like a couple dollars. And the next thing you know, you've got like another email and it's like, hey, this would really relate to you even more. You should get this. You know, do you see what I'm coming from?
That's where it's at, lead magnet. I think we hit them with some great ones today, Leanne, in regards to how to find clients.
I agree.
Thank you so much for your suggestions. I hope you guys were able to actually take notes on these strategies and tips, because these are going to actually set you up for success in the future in regards to getting clients on Instagram. So take that information, as I always say, step your grandma. If you enjoyed the conversation with myself and Curved Up Marketing, please show your support by hitting the like button, smash the subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be reminded of all of my YouTube videos when they drop, including this playlist that is on the screen that is going to teach you all about how to make money on Instagram. You're not going to want to miss this, so check out that playlist and I'll see you there.